Have you ever felt lost or uncertain about the direction of your life? Wondered why things don't always go the way you planned? What if I told you that those moments of confusion are actually signs that Allah is guiding you to trust His plan? In today's video, we're going to explore 3 powerful signs that Allah is asking you to trust in His perfect plan for your life. Whether it's the timing of events, the tests you face, or the peace that fills your heart when you submit to Him, these signs are here to remind you that Allah is always in control, and His plan is far better than anything we could imagine. But before we dive into the signs, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Deen Explorers for more insightful content. Sign 1. Allah's timing is perfect. One of the most important signs that Allah wants you to trust His plan is His perfect timing. As humans, we often feel frustrated or confused when things don't go according to our timeline. We might want something to happen right now, whether it's a personal goal, a career advancement, or a life change, but Allah has a different plan. He knows the right time for everything, and His timing is always perfect. In our daily lives, we're constantly trying to control outcomes. We set deadlines, make plans, and strive to meet them. However, life often doesn't work according to our own schedule. There are delays, setbacks, and sometimes even moments of complete uncertainty. During these times, we can feel disheartened, thinking that things aren't moving forward the way they should. But in Islam, we are reminded that everything is under the will of Allah, and Allah's will is always the best. We are told in the Quran that while we may have our own plans, Allah's plans are far better than ours. And Allah is the best of all planners. No matter how much we try to plan or control the events of our lives, Allah's plan is always superior. Allah knows what is best for us, and when the right time is for us to receive what we desire. Whether it's success, marriage, children, or career achievements, Allah knows when it will be the best for us. We might think we are ready for something, but Allah knows if we are truly prepared, or if waiting just a little longer will result in a greater blessing. The concept of trusting Allah's timing is not just about having faith in Allah's plan, but also about accepting that things will unfold as they should. Sometimes delays are a form of protection from something harmful, and other times they are preparing us for greater opportunities. Allah's plan isn't just about the end result, it's also about how we grow during the journey. We might not always see the wisdom behind the timing of certain events, but the Quran teaches us that there is a greater purpose behind everything. Sometimes a delay in our plans can be an answer to our prayers. Think about how many times you may have rushed into a decision, only to later realize that waiting would have been the better choice. Similarly, Allah delays certain things in our lives to protect us or to prepare us for something better. The wisdom behind Allah's timing is something that requires trust and patience. When we face delays, it's a test of our faith. Are we willing to trust that Allah knows what's best for us, even if we don't understand it at the moment? Trusting in His plan means having full confidence that Allah's timing is always perfect, and that everything will happen when the time is right. Sign 2. The tests you face are building you. Another clear sign that Allah wants you to trust His plan is the trials and tests that you go through in life. As human beings, we all face challenges, whether in our personal lives, careers, relationships, or health. It's easy to feel overwhelmed by these difficulties, and at times it can even feel like there is no way out. But in Islam, we are taught that these trials are not a punishment, but rather a means of purification and growth. Each test you encounter is a way for Allah to build you, to strengthen your faith, and to elevate you to a higher level of spiritual understanding. It's important to remember that Allah does not test us beyond our capacity. Every trial we face has a purpose, and it's designed to help us become better versions of ourselves, drawing us closer to Allah. O you who believe, do not devour each other's property by false means, unless it is trade conducted with your mutual consent. Do not kill one another. Indeed, Allah has been very merciful to you. It highlights that while tests are difficult and may at times feel unbearable, Allah's mercy is always present. These challenges are not meant to break us, but to make us stronger. Allah knows what we are capable of enduring and what will help us grow spiritually. The purpose of these tests is not to punish us, but to guide us toward a better understanding of ourselves and our Creator. In life, it's natural to question why we go through hardships. We might ask, why me, or why is this happening? However, the Quran teaches us that trials are a part of Allah's divine plan to purify us and raise our ranks. Allah does not send tests without reason. Each challenge, whether big or small, has the potential to refine our character, increase our patience, and deepen our trust in Allah. Every trial we face is an opportunity to become closer to Allah. Whether it's the death of a loved one, financial difficulties, or health problems, these challenges teach us to rely on Allah alone, to trust in His wisdom, and to accept His will. It's crucial to understand that tests are not punishments from Allah. In fact, the opposite is true. Allah, in His mercy, wants us to succeed, to be purified, and to achieve greater rewards in the hereafter. Allah does not obligate anyone beyond his capacity. For him is what he has earned, and on him what he has incurred. No matter how difficult the situation may seem, we must trust that Allah knows our limits and will not burden us with more than we can handle. Sometimes our tests are challenging because they are designed to push us to grow, to develop resilience, and to learn important lessons about life, patience, and trust. When faced with trials, it's easy to feel discouraged. But Islam teaches us that patience and gratitude are the keys to navigating difficulties with grace. Every trial is an opportunity to practice patience and to remember Allah. The more we trust Allah during difficult times, the more we draw closer to Him. Our patience will eventually lead to greater rewards, both in this life and the next. Moreover, Allah commands us to be thankful even during hardship. A grateful heart, even in the face of adversity, shows Allah that we trust in His plan. It's a sign of our submission to His will, knowing that He knows what's best for us. The patience and endurance we show through life's difficulties will ultimately lead to Allah's blessings. So every trial, whether big or small, is an opportunity to trust in Allah's plan and to remember that Allah is always with us, guiding us through the difficulties. Sign 3. Peace in your heart. The final sign that Allah wants you to trust His plan is the sense of peace and calm that enters your heart when you surrender to Him. Life can be incredibly stressful, especially when we try to control every aspect of it. We worry about the future, we stress over the past, and sometimes we feel anxious about the present. However, when we trust in Allah's plan, we find a deep sense of peace and contentment that can only come from Him. This peace is a clear sign that Allah is guiding us and wants us to trust His plan for our lives. The ones who believe and their hearts are peaceful with the remembrance of Allah. Listen, the hearts find peace only in the remembrance of Allah. When we submit ourselves to His will and trust that He has a plan for us, our hearts find tranquility. Life will always have its challenges, but when we turn to Allah in prayer, in supplication, and in remembrance, we are reminded that He is in control. His plan is greater than anything we could imagine, and by trusting Him, we can experience peace even in the midst of trials. We often look for peace in external things: wealth, success, relationships, or material possessions. While these things can bring temporary happiness, they do not provide lasting peace. True peace comes from within, and it is found in trusting Allah. When we trust Allah's plan, we let go of the need to control everything around us. We accept that whatever happens is part of Allah's will, and we learn to be content with it. This inner peace doesn't mean that life will be free of challenges. Rather, it means that even in the face of hardship, we find comfort in knowing that Allah is always with us. His plan might not always align with our desires, but His wisdom is perfect, and His mercy is vast. The peace that comes with trusting Allah's plan helps us navigate through life's ups and downs with patience and resilience. And place your trust in Allah. Allah is enough as a guardian. When we put our full trust in Allah, we are freed from the anxiety that comes with trying to control everything. Allah, as the best disposer of affairs, will manage everything for us in the best possible way. Knowing this brings comfort and tranquility to our hearts. We may not always understand the outcome of our trials, but we trust that Allah is handling them in the best way possible. One of the most effective ways to invite peace into our hearts is through zikr, remembering Allah through words of praise and gratitude. Zikr is not just about reciting specific phrases, it's about reflecting on Allah's names, attributes, and His power over all things. The more we remember Allah, the more peace we feel in our hearts. It's a reminder that no matter what happens, Allah is always present, and His plan for us is perfect. In times of uncertainty or stress, turning to Allah in prayer and remembrance can help calm our minds and bring us back to a state of inner peace. By engaging in zikr, we are reminded that Allah is in control, and we place our trust in His perfect plan. This simple yet powerful practice can bring peace to the heart, knowing that we are submitting to Allah's will and trusting in His wisdom. Ultimately, the peace that comes from trusting Allah is the peace of submission. In Islam, we believe that true peace comes from submitting to Allah's will and trusting that whatever happens is for the best. Whether we face ease or hardship, whether we achieve our desires or experience disappointments, our ultimate goal is to please Allah and trust that He knows what is best for us. Whether our life is easy or challenging, we can find peace through patience and gratitude. Trusting in Allah's plan means surrendering to His will and knowing that everything will unfold as it is meant to. With this trust comes peace, for we are no longer burdened by the weight of trying to control everything. We are at peace knowing that Allah is handling all affairs on our behalf. So, my dear brothers and sisters, these are the 3 signs that Allah wants you to trust His plan, His perfect timing, the tests that build and strengthen you, and the peace that comes from surrendering to His will. Life is full of uncertainty, but through trusting in Allah, we can navigate its challenges with patience, resilience, and peace. Trusting in Allah's plan means accepting that He knows what is best for us, even if we cannot understand it right now. When we trust Him, we are not only finding peace, but also strengthening our connection with our Creator. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please like it, leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe to Deen Explorers for more content that will help you grow in faith and understanding. May Allah guide us all, and may we always trust His perfect plan.